Oh, that's a good question. What pliers would be good for 16-inch 5/16 titanium? They kind of bought specifically for them, kind of got gnarled up. Gnarled. Well, what I use for that size is I'll use the Bulldogs I got. I like the Irwin Mini Linesman pliers, and I've taken the teeth off these. You can see how smooth they are on the inside right now. But they give me a lot of grip. I mean, you can see the pivot point to the end of the plier is very short as compared to what would be like a needle nose plier. In fact, the profile on these is pretty darn close to the Zurons in terms of length. If anything, they've got a slightly shorter handle. But this gives me enough grip on the rings themselves that I can hang on to them, and still a wide enough base that I can turn and twist. I do this motion when I'm opening rings, as you've been watching. And so I use a pair of those, and now I use some chisel tip versions of the same thing. I've just ground down and cut the tips off these guys. And so I will go either that way or that way, depending on how I'm feeling. Generally, the chisels end up in my left hand because my right hand is moving a bit more and the left is a little more static. So these are nice for just about anything 5/16 to 3/8. So easy to manipulate and push the rings in tighter. You can hear me banging the tips there of the ring together. And it's very easy to get a good smooth closure there, even with the machine cut. I mean, there's nothing there. Not only did I bring the edges of the ring really close together, but that little clicky, clicky, clicky actually took the corners, the sharp edges off the ring. So you see me do that a lot with rings, as I'm actually knocking the corners off them. And the good news is for the next 4 weeks when I'm doing titanium and doing that, you'll get to see all the sparks that fly off the machine cut stuff and the hand cut stuff. Because I get much more of a spark off of those than I do the saw cut. Every once in a while, bam, that little bit of titanium will flare off into fireball. Alright, so how did I get the nickname?